Good morning, it's William Stringer.
Good morning. Yes. Yeah,
we're on the page of the Comox Valley. It's Tour Day Tuesday. This might not be when I load it up, but hello, how are you doing? These are changing times. It is now a good bit into October. People have now really got over the fact that summer is over, but this is going to be some evergreen news. At this time of year, it is a great time to bring the family back together and to start to plan a little bit for the future, a little bit like the farmers would do at this time of year with their crops. How are we going to store stuff for food in the winter? There's an analogy for you.
Yeah, exactly. And coming off a great summer and lots of spontaneity and things we do with our family and our wallets. So
yeah, it's true, isn't it?
It is.
And as a money guy, do
Yeah.
people spend the most amount of money during the summer?
I would
you
say
say?
so. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
And you know what? They don't really realize it. If you can do analysis if you want, but nobody likes to do that, and I never do it either.
Well, they call it budgeting.
Yeah.
And it's kind of one of those loaded words that brings in all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, it was no fun, and people don't do it. Like for the most part,
Very
a
few.
budget is
Yeah.
just what you keep in your head and you go forward. But I like to you need a funding plan, and now is the best time of the year to do that because you just built your routine back. You've had your summer fun. We know what's on the horizon with winter activities, kids sports,
You're gonna
school
say
activities,
the big event at the end of the year.
for many, right?
Yeah.
And it's a matter of this month, October, these next few weeks, you're going to find a lot of professionals talking about family funding plans, right? And we know we're not calling it. Right?
I like that, a family funding plan.
Yeah.
And
And it doesn't have to be elaborate.
No.
You just
Well, go explain it then. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it needs to be an event though, a family event, a partner event, sitting down, looking at where you're at, where your plans are, and even if you already have a home or what have you, it's not necessarily about that, but financial fiscal responsibility takes a plan. You need to have goals, set your goals with a cup of coffee one evening.
Or a
in
date night.
October. Date night. Make it a date night.
Make it more
Absolutely.
fun. I mean, even though
Yeah.
we've made it a very fun name called Funding Plan,
Yeah. Yeah.
make it fun. Make it something you look forward to.
Right.
You know, go and have a meal. Then and okay. So when you're actually doing it, what does that look like? Are you getting up paperwork? Are you getting up spreadsheets?
Yeah.
What would you recommend?
Well, it doesn't need to be overly extensive. You don't need a big spreadsheet, just a pen and a paper. What money is coming in and where is it going right now? And once you look at that, you can see what they call it discretionary spending, right? You find those areas and pay attention to them because like you can't change your hydro bill other than on the wall, right? There's things that you can do to save pennies here and there, but it's setting goals and looking at the numbers and saying, yeah, we can achieve that. And if it takes however long it takes, but the thing is not having a plan is a plan to fail. You're gonna be in your credit cards before you know it. Right?
So I'm going to use a bit of a kind of a food analogy. If I'm ever having a time like in the summer when I'm being really bad with food and like a lot of people do, and you constantly eat the kind of food you want, you appreciate them less. And it sounds a little bit like it with money. If you're careful with money, then you get that discretionary money because you've earmarked it,
Right.
and then you don't feel guilty spending it.
Right.
I mean, is that the way?
Yeah,
Would you say?
and when it comes to relationships, one of the biggest factor of relationship breakdowns is related to money.
Right.
And making it an event and getting on the same page, no matter where you land, is part of the process. And I think that it's very useful.
Wow.
So that's what I wanted to bring. That's what I was musing about in the last few days is family routines, people you're bumping into all the time. There's the
I love it.
Kids sports. It brings the communities together. And
Okay, so we've established we need it. What's the next step? And I say this actually because I really want to sit down and do a proper budget myself.
Right. Yeah.
I think it's so important, but like so many people, I just haven't got around to it. It's not a priority. So what would you say is the next step?
Just to make that appointment with yourselves.
Okay.
Yeah. Sit down, whether you're by yourself or with partners. Sit down, make it an event, and just basic analysis. You're not doing a spreadsheet. Nobody's going to worry about how many coffees you had in a day, but just doing the process builds that confidence on your decisions, and you can make changes.
100%.
Yeah, you'll be better at what you're doing.
Now, I want to do you justice here because you do a lot more than you're a lot more than a mortgage broker. You really help set people up, and we say mortgage broker because that's kind of the biggest thing anyone will ever buy.
Yeah. We're debt advisors.
Debt advisors.
Essentially, that's what we're doing, right? Whether we choose to or not. Our mission is to connect people to the right mortgage for basically their housing needs, right? But it is so much more than that. It cements in a monthly obligation is very long term. Most mortgages do not disappear in 5 years. So
Yeah,
it
that's
can be
very true.
prudent to work with people who have a broader concept of how your debt might affect you, and to have those discussions.
It's so true. I mean, if you're going to think, right, what are we going to advise on? Are we going to advise on maybe a credit card where you've got a couple of grand, or are you going to advise on something that's going to be with you for a good portion of your life?
Yeah.
You know, because there's ways of doing it. So make sure you contact this guy. He knows what he's talking about. It's highly conversational. Even if you just got a few questions and you're not going to do anything just now.
That's what I love about what I do.
Yeah, absolutely. So contact him. What's your handle? Let's be all modern.
I am Mortgage Minder.
Mortgage
You'll
Minder.
find me. My website is mortgageminder.ca, and my email address is dean@mortgageminder.ca.
Perfect.
And William, you're easy to find. I see you're you're working
love
really
it.
hard at selling your clients' homes.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
And finding homes.
And I do, and I'm relentless about that, and I take a lot of pride in doing that. So at Realtor William Stringer. Right. Okay. Now we released, because we wanted to get some things out. We've got them out. I hope we've actually got 2 cameras. I'm pointing at both of them now.
Yeah.
So we've got one for short form video, one for long form video,
Yeah.
because we really want to get out there on different platforms, but we want you, wherever you are in the whole world, to have a good viewing experience. So we actually wanted to work hard to make that as good as possible. So we've got 2 cameras in different ways. So wherever you picked us up, thank you very much. It's the
Yeah,
reward.
we look forward to talking to you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a reward to know that you've just got something out of it. Thank you very much.
Great.
We will see you in 2 weeks' time.
Great.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.